Alright, hi there. So, welcome back. Where we last left our intrepid hero, he had just gotten away from the executioner's block and had decided to escape into a tower. Which might not be the best option when there's a giant dragon chasing after you, but hey, you try to make plans when a dragon basically appears out of the sky. You may get the chance to try this a few times in Skyrim. So, yes, hi, I'm Lord Pido. Welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim Legendary Difficulty. Let's pick up right where we left off. I have upped the volume of the mic, so hopefully I should come through a little clearer. I noticed in the last video that it was kind of hard to make me out at times over the game backstory. Actually, I'm going to take a moment. Let's see. Drop the voice in general by a bit. And let's drop effects by a bit. Alright. Excuse me. So, between those, you should be able to hear me reasonably well. Anyway. Ow. Yes, note that I do, in fact, take damage from the fire. It hurts. A little bit. I do, in fact, take more damage. Just to verify, by the way, I am, in fact... Yep, I am, in fact, on Legendary Difficulty. So... Alright. So, this is still the introductory tutorial style level. Again, I find this in general to be a more interesting tutorial than Oblivion's. Although I did play through a lot of Oblivion, so that might be changing my opinion a little bit. Man, that got old after a while. But let's be realistic, folks. In Oblivion, at this point, you were looking at skeevers. That's a dragon. That's a pretty good trade, in my opinion. Anyway, so, still running. I can't actually look at anything because my hands are bound. That includes switching to third-person view, by the way. I'm hitting third-person view right now, and it is not working. So at this point, of course, we have the choice between going with Hadvar and Ralof. In general, people seem to prefer Ralof because, let's be realistic, the Imperials are asses at this point. Like, at this point, you have very little reason... Ooh! Tasty! Very little reason to go with the Imperials. I am actually, as you, I'm sure, have noticed, going with the Imperials. There's a couple reasons for this. One of them is a little more underdone. And in general, I tend to like that sort of thing, going with the more interesting choice. Or the less common choice. And two, you actually see one more room in Helgen Keep. This room is a room that you do not see. Let me just, Yep. Thank you. This is a room you actually don't see with Ralof. So you get a little more gold and a different set of equipment. It's not much. It's like 10 gold. You get a sword instead of an axe. You have exactly the same options as you do with the normal. Yeah. You have exactly the same options as you do with the Stormcloaks, plus a couple more. So, I don't need 2 iron swords. I don't really even need 1 iron sword, as I really won't be using it very much. As I'm a Dunmer, I start with Sparks, which is silly, as you get a chance to... I'll be picking it up probably within this video. It's very easy to pick up within this dungeon. But I will be sticking to Flames, costs a little less, ongoing damage, all that good stuff. I will probably be going with Fire and Cold for my two damage types. I will favorite Healing, because I'm going to use it. F to favorite. I'll favorite Ancestor's Wrath. That's the Dunmer Daily. Once per day, you basically can cast Fire Cloak for free. Excuse me, coming off a cold. Also means that you get Fire Cloak at first level, which is pretty good. And the Dunmer passive is 50% resistance to fire, which is... it's a passive doesn't cost you anything. You can argue it costs you the high elf bonus, which is obviously just better. So yeah, I will temporarily have kind of this odd setup here. As soon as I get my hands on a shield, I'm going to be using it. So in the last video I talked about how in Legendary, your damage output is dropped and enemies is increased. That is only on you. Any ally, any follower, any summon, anything like that, have whatever normal damage input and received that they would. So Hadvar will do however much damage he normally does. So I'm going to let him do most of the work. Oh, why did you focus fire on me? Oh, good. Back to Hadvar. I will also be doing short bursts of fire as much as possible, because that lets me stack ongoing damage a bit. And obviously, if you can get 2 enemies in one burst of fire, that is just that much more efficient. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, early on, combat is really boring, because it is mostly me going back and forth. Do you have... check later. Yep, that was Hadvar doing a shield bash. You'll see me doing that a lot, as much as I can. I don't know why it went into movie there, because I wasn't about to kill her. There we go. Alright, so that's both of them. Let's see, Gunjar does not... What do I have anyway? I have everything but gauntlets. Okay, it's good to know. Nope. And nope. No shield. Darn. On my first playthrough, I got a shield at this point. So... I will grab food. In general, I will probably grab food reasonably often. For salt, that's actually pretty good. Because I will be making use of a lot of food to get, stamina regen to shield bash. That's once I find a shield, of course. Ceiling collapses. Get a lot of these little cutscenes in here. So I'm gonna let... Just do a quick check. Yep, still recording. Good. So again, let Hadvar do all the heavy lifting, and just stick back and flame these guys as much as possible. It is actually impossible for Hadvar to die at this point. I'm not actually sure if it's possible for Hadvar to die, period. At least if you choose him, if you choose Rayloff, I'm pretty sure they're essential. Because yet they end up... Oh, let me just pick up the spare here. And then go back to this guy. Keep feeding him. Ooh, nice. Must have scared him off. Yeah, that's unique term for stabbing in the face. I haven't heard that one before. As you saw, I grabbed for gauntlets. I'll just put them on. Honestly, early on, I'm not going to worry too much about my armor rating. At this point, there's no reason not to, but in general, I'm going to go more for bonuses. Equipment that gives me bonuses to magic and other relevant things, because... At Legendary, if you're gonna die, armor's not gonna make much of a difference. If you get hit, you're gonna take a lot of damage, at least early on. Yeah, sure, later on I'm gonna try and get my, my alteration up quite a lot. Oh, apples, thank you. Yeah, oh, more apples. Get my alteration up as high as it can go, so I can get, dragon skin, because then I can, just ignore 80% of all damage I take, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh! Rock Warbler eggs. I missed these the last time I was in here. I actually really like Rock Warbler eggs. You can use them to make pretty good potions. Combine them with blue flowers and wheat, and you get restore health, fort health, and 4 it one-handed. Oh, yep. Let me pause for a second here and just come in and see these guys. The hope here is that I keep the Torturer's Assistant alive, because the Torturer's Assistant will then help me and, help me in Hadvar later on, which is useful at this level. So this guy is not gonna have a good day. Yep. So I'm gonna, yep, there's that shield. The shield's always there. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna keep my sword for now. I'll even stick a favorite on it, but I don't plan on using it very much. Yeah. Yeah. You mean torturing them. And I'm gonna just go around for a sec, grab some random stuff. Nothing's worth grabbing.
Although come to think of it, I did hear some odd noises coming from over there. Come with us.
Yeah.
We need to get out of here. You have no authority over me.
Yada yada yada. Yeah.
Wait a second.
So yeah, this is the lockpicking part of the tutorial. I think I'm gonna pick this lock and then stop this video. So, lockpicking. Yep. Use the mouse and then left and right to rotate the lock. If it sticks, then you need to move as it is. Work perfectly. I will happily loot everything this guy has on him. And then I will put on the hood robes. My immediate goal once I get out includes grabbing the armor of the old gods, because that'll give me the same magical bonus as the hood, and I trade in the regen bonus for a destruction bonus, which is pretty good. If I can get my hands on robes of minor destruction or any other form of destruction, but minor is probably all I can get at this level. That's probably better, but it's kind of hard to get. So at this point, I am going to cut the video short, save here, and I will if you heard that, that was my timer going off, and I will see all of you next time.